is currently 3:14 p.m. and I'm capturing this because I want you to understand the power of documentation and how you're going to what is exposed corruption. So first of all, this is the engineered light that you're looking at on my ceiling. And while I'm in my bedroom, this is engineered light. You can see it on the wall. This is engineered light. Here we go. Let me walk into it. That's engineered light, the shape of the window. Also, there's layers of it. There's the blinds right there, and then you have it above my head. This is illumination. This is like glowing engineered light. It's not sunlight. And this is appearing on different surfaces. And then you have what is the glowing light. This is creating the magnified size of my shadow, which is appearing above my head up here. This is all not happening from sunlight. Okay, this is all engineered light. You saw this yesterday evening. It was just an amber color while the entity had the light source outside of my window, which is over 3 hours from now. The entity is maintaining this light activity. It's 3:14 p.m. And while I'm walking downstairs, I want you to look at the light source that's directly over my head in its zenith at 3:14 in the afternoon after I came from 8303 Haven Avenue in Rancho Cucamonga, California, documenting the criminal pattern of conduct as I remain subject to it, including at a courthouse. This is the light source that's directly over my head. That's called being in its zenith. Okay, at 3:14 p.m., you're looking at what is engineered light that's inside of my apartment on my ceiling, which, by the way, is directly incriminating to Jong Kim in relevant position. That's group stalking, okay? She is not living under the sun. That's over the Paul Bryan Library in Rancho Cucamonga, California. This is not happening at the same time, and this is indeed captured at 3:14 p.m. I want you to look at the time. I started this video at 3:14. It's 3:16. I'm crossing paths with what our group stalkers that are living at a crime scene, and they're all going to federal prison. Lisa Rogan is documented engaging in this criminal system. That's a state actor at a courthouse. That's a state facilitating venue where the criminal pattern of conduct is underway and where there would be no sunlight aiming in underneath into the depths of a hallway. Okay, not only is this light that's reaching underneath into the depths of a dark hallway, it's literally coming underneath a structure while I'm showing you what is the sun in an entirely different region at the same time. This is the Paul Bryan Library. Unmistakable where I'm at, Paul Bryan Library, okay? This is where I remain. The entity is engaging in keeping this light source, and I want you to see the light source that is directly over my bedroom window while demons are pacing all around in the parking lot, engaged in state surveillance. License 61306J3. That's P.O.C. and this is the light source that's directly over me. And that's speaking to what is the group stalking that's underway at the Rancho Cucamonga courthouse as well in Rancho Cucamonga, California, where I got on Route 66 after I left that courthouse and the entity was group stalking in helicopter, group stalking by the San Bernardino Sheriff's Department, group stalking by those that call themselves attorneys with the Public Defender's Office, the District Attorney's Office, acting in concert as I named out the police departments that were crossing paths at that state facilitated venue while they were entering and exiting the courthouse while all of the pattern of conduct was underway. And at no time is the sun ever going to be at Alvarado Gardens, which you see not only in the morning, as you remember in what I captured April 29, 2024, while Universal Waste is engaging in what is demonic group stalking like this third party is, 1818 number 2, they're all going to federal prison. The entity is engaging in what is the maintenance of this unnatural environment over my head while I'm at 1806 North Alvarado Street. And you're looking at engineered light that's all over the sidewalk, which is supposed to be the result of sunlight hitting windows. And you're remembering that engineered light that's on my ceiling. That's how you're recognizing what our group stalkers, they're waiting for me. That's the lying in wait, demonic conduct, psychotic behavior in that specific environment. And you're also remembering the high frequency of stalking by helicopter that I captured. And there is no point ever in the specific environment where it ceases to ever be the same exact specific environment, which is a scientific impossibility, where you are also recognizing stalking by the state using helicopters in an environment that is not shared with what is the environment that I captured at the same time on June 23rd, 2022. This is the same time of year. It's again 3:14 as I'm standing outside of the Paul Bryan Library, and I remain there. This is where I remained, and at no time is it ever going to be at what is the Alvarado Gardens. No sunlight is ever going to appear inside of the depths of my apartment on my ceiling while the sun is above you and sunlight shoots at a downward trajectory. Even so, also you have what is a covering over the window, and then you're looking at the pattern of the blinds appearing above. So I would just just want to be clear. You have Ahmed of 1818 number 2. That's a demon. That's a terrorist, and he's a sex offender. While the monitoring, lying in wait, waiting for me to come downstairs so then that demon can cross path, monitoring with the third-party group stalker that was driving that vehicle while they are engaging in what is sexual violence by virtue of knowing what you're doing inside of the apartment, keeping you under surveillance with the state that likes to use helicopters. And this monitoring system is what I documented on June 23rd, 2022. This is the pattern of conduct, and like I stated, Lisa Roken and every other state actor that in any way facilitated the state's criminal system of federal group stalking and monitoring is going to federal prison for that. And this is exactly what is published onto the Compare the P.O.C. folder. Every state actor, the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, the San Bernardino County Public Defender's Office, the San Bernardino County Probation Department, the San Bernardino County District Attorney's Office, the Rancho Cucamonga Superior Court itself, where I'm capturing the light source that's not sharing any sky space with me while I am here in Los Angeles. Regardless of whether the entity covers up the light source and is still engaged in the same terrorism, stalking in helicopters, in concert with the people who engage in lying in wait, filling your private space with engineered light. At no point is the sun rising and setting at where you live at the same address, ever. Okay, so you're understanding what is malice by a corrupt government that is monitoring your documentation. Okay, the entity is engaged in what is group stalking and kidnapping by the Ontario Police Department. That's the same entity that you see in LA stalking in helicopters. That police department, that entity that has no legal jurisdiction, that has no probable cause, reasonable suspicion, is criminally keeping you under surveillance, is then engaging in what is kidnapping. You're going to look at the documentation inside because you will see what is group stalking by airplane and the entity using its police vehicles light activity while they're in the engineered environment, stalking in the path, group stalking with the people of the state engaged in criminal summoning, and then kidnapping me as I'm exercising my lawful right to document, and in no way invading what is there or interrupting their false means of engaging in presence of the path, which was criminal summoning. But again, Jason Knighton made it up. He physically attacked me after I documented him squarely engaged in criminal conduct, and that demon that is waiting for federal prosecution, and I documented him on more than one occasion, by the way. Recall the documentation August 2021 where the light source is over the Ontario Police Department. I would love for somebody to get on a stand in federal court and suggest that the sun is over the Alvarado Gardens at any time of day when I'm documenting that specific environment. And this is what the entity is engaging in to its own demise. Covering up the light source is under no circumstances removing the existing evidence. It is showing the high malice. And this is again shared by the entirety of the Los Angeles Police Department. It is not just the demons that are getting in helicopters and flying over me. It is the entirety of that department, and that is established by what is the use of an entire population, any and everywhere that I go at all times of the day, the identical behavioral pattern, the identical demonic features, the identical patterns of what is maintaining an entire an environment, whether I'm on public transportation, whether I'm in a specific third party's vehicle such as Tracy Banks, whether I'm at any public venue such as literally walking on the street and you're looking at engineer light moving across sidewalks across my person, whether I'm on public transportation and you're looking at that same phenomenon, whether I'm literally sitting still and you're looking at engineer light the size of a hook standing upright swiping across the surface all around me, while I am remaining at any and every address. You can pick multiple ones, and I'm showing what is the sunrise and the sunset, the sun present in the morning remaining as I remain at that address in the evening, or I've returned and I'm capturing the sunset at that same address, which is impossible, especially while the entity is here in LA maintaining an environment such as the sun is ever going to be present over my apartment, while it's remaining present on June 23rd, where Rancho Cucamonga Superior Court is established as a group stalker. This group stalker engaged in what is exercising fictitious authority, kidnapping as an entity, engaged in the P.O.C. of federal group stalking and monitoring, and LAPD's criminal conduct is serving to further establish and corroborate that existence of that criminal system that I remain subject to. And everybody's going to federal prison. Every name you see in that folder, they're going to federal prison. Okay? It is currently 3:23 p.m. This is P.O.C.